Hey guys, T2RX6 here, back for another Transformers review. But before we get started, I just wanted to mention a guy who I think deserves some more subs. And he's got some really cool reviews up of things that you've probably never seen before. His YouTube name is Mantis99s, as in 9 of the number 9 after his name. I'll put a link down below in the description here. But he's got some really great reviews, and he definitely deserves some more subs. And he'll be reviewing, doesn't really review Transformers, but he reviews other transforming robots that you've probably never seen. Not third party, not GoBots, you know. He reviews kind of the oddball stuff. Actually, he does have some GoBots, but the Japanese versions, not the US ones. So yeah, if you could, go give him a sub. He definitely is worth your time, I feel. So yeah, I hope you guys check them out and hope you enjoy it. Today we're going to take a look at Omega Supreme here. This is the Generation 1 version. Actually, this is an encore of the Generation 1. And yeah, it's one of the scariest toys according to my dog. He will absolutely run in terror when Omega Supreme kind of walks towards him very, very slowly. I'll try to put a video of that at the end. So this is base mode here, and you can see it's made up of all his parts. This is the epitome of a parts former. And what you got is one part, which is the tank, and it's motorized. And of course you can see Omega Supreme's head. Now, being the Encore, you can actually, he has a face semi-sculpted in, whereas the G1 version did not. You also got his arms make up this rocket ship. And then the backpack and stuff makes up the stand, and everything else kind of works to make the track. All his pieces are incorporated except for these. I can't figure out where these two little ones go. If they go somewhere and I just don't realize it, let me know. Otherwise, I guess it's just gonna sit down here or something like that. I don't even know if you can peg them in down here, but you know, just to incorporate them, I guess. So there's not too much to say about his alt mode, except for the fact that I can't make this piece stand. Like I said, he is motorized, so you turn him on, he's gonna make a lot of noise, and when you put him on the track, he's gonna take off pretty good. Now, sometimes he has a chance of derailing himself when he gets to one of the corners, but looks like he's gonna actually cooperate today. So let's take this piece off, and you can see as it's going around, he's bobbing his turret, looking for some cons, and the red light is flashing. So nothing too fancy there. And I think we're just wasting time if we just keep dwelling on this. So let's actually go and start taking him to his robot mode. So what you're going to do is fold his arms down, and then take the top part here and fold it up. It's going to pop out this chest piece, and you slide this piece up. That's going to form his whole chest. And then come around to the back here, pull these as far down as you can. It should be something like that. And you basically got him in his torso ready to go. So now, we set that aside. We come to all this stuff. Just take it all apart and set it to the side. And this is why, if you're gonna find an Omega Supreme, you probably want to buy him complete, because there's just so many little parts here that you need to find in order to make this guy's alt mode, or I'm sorry, robot mode. And you can just see how big of a mess this is making on the table. And these little things are just tabbed in, and then these are just, you know, those interlocking like puzzle type pieces. Alright, so now you've made a huge mess. And what you're going to do, you're going to take Omega Supreme here, and you're going to take two of these pieces. Find which two match before you bother taking Omega Supreme, because they're only going to match one way. See, these two don't match, because the inside, you can see, is different. So I grabbed the wrong one. There we go. Couldn't choose anymore, so it was going to be the last one. Alright, so you just take those. And the first thing you're going to do is take the matches you found. And these are going to actually go, you can see that it's molded. Actually, it's going to be this side. It's molded here to be the shape of the tread. And you're just going to kind of fit it over the tread. And then take the other piece. Not cooperating with me, my hands. And it's about 1,000,000 times harder to actually do the transformation for a transformer on camera for whatever reason. So, my apologies for fumbling around there for a second. Take the other side, slap those together, and then slap these in his giant feet just by plugging them on in. And then let's come down here just so you can see. And you're gonna find the two matching sides here. And it's not those. There we go. And these don't really peg together very tightly, as you can see, they barely hold. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come back over here, and you have this little slot here where the top of this is gonna notch into. So you're just gonna kind of put it there, and then the other side you have to kind of come in through the bottom. And in fact, let's do the other side first because it's harder to do. So you kind of come in through the bottom here, and you'll eventually get it where it is going to slide up so his crotch is right there. You can see right on the back, see how it's cut out right here? That corresponds with that crotch section. Now that's my abilities to put it on. There we go. You kind of put it up and slide it in. Bring it up. Easy to do once, not easy to do a second time. Everything just kind of needs to be rotated just the right way, otherwise it's not going to slide it onto that little holding tab. There we go. Now that we've struggled and shown that, we can take the other piece, and like I said, you put it in a little notch up here, and you kind of clip it closed. Now this is where these big clips are going to come into play. You're going to take, I gotta remember which ones go where. I believe it's this one goes on the front. And you lock it down, and that's going to make a big knee pad. Then you're going to go to the back, and you're going to take the small yellow ones, and you're going to slide them on, and that's what's locking these panels together. So if you don't have these clips, your Omega Supreme's not really going to hold together very well. So let's try that struggle with the other side, and hopefully it won't be so bad. That was much easier this time. Lock it together, place your clips, and see how this wants to come apart. Now it's solid. And you're gonna take these. Now we'll go back to the top, rotate his head on around, take his arms, and just kind of fold them out. He does have some nice articulation for a G1. You can rotate it up and down. He's got an awkward side movement, but he's got it, and he's got an elbow joint, which is kind of cool. And we'll come to the back. You got this horrible gap there. And what you're gonna do is take this backpack, and it's just gonna slide right over his shoulders here. And then just kinda caught on something. I don't like the backpack. The backpack is the one part that I really don't like putting on this robot. It feels like this should like open up to make it just a whole bunch easier, and it doesn't, so it feels like you're like forced to pull it over stuff, and it feels kind of like it could break. So you got his backpack now. And then what you do, you can use these whole wings. Some people do because there's no place to store them. And well, let me just show you. I'll put this here and you can see the silhouette. You pull this tab down and it'll pop it open. Well, it'll let you pop it open, I should say. So some people do this. You gotta take these, and there's 2 holes on each one, and you just plug it into his back. And some people will go and leave these full circles because there's no place for the track if you don't do that. The real way to do it though is to remove all but the 2 pieces here, which just makes it look a lot cleaner. And your final thing you have to do, if I didn't just topple it off the table, is take his rocket, which is connected like this, and then just pull it apart. You can see just 4 little pegs in a post. Take his hand and you'll see that there's these little holes here. It's because there's like a release button right here, so you can, when you want to take it off, you pull this down, then pull it out, and then you just basically slide that in, and you see it's not going to go anywhere unless I pull the button. So I hope I put it on the right hand. I can't remember which side Omega has the claw and which side he has the laser. So there you go. Now you've got Generation 1 Omega Supreme in his robot mode. And he's a pretty cool looking robot. A little bit stocky, but that was a Generation 1 problem. And you still have his gimmick here. Whoops, just fell down in the process. There, now he looks better. He was exposing himself earlier. You know, one thing I don't like, and let's see if I can get it on here so you guys can see, is that right on his chest here, focus, can you see it says open? So it's weird, right on Omega's chest he's got a big open sign, which is to access the battery compartment, but the point is Omega says open on his chest. Kinda strange. So anyway, he still has his gimmick where you can flip the switch on the back and turn him on. This time he trades in the bobbing head for the light, and he actually will walk. Very interesting, right? Move him back here so you can see. Oh, look at that behemoth as he lumbers towards you. Isn't that just amazing? Can you hear the sarcasm in my voice? He also likes to turn left there, as you can see. This particular one does. And yeah, we've been watching him walk for, what, like 20 seconds now? And this absolutely terrifies my dog. So, anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get a picture of my dog running from Omega Supreme. And that about does it for us this week. I will see you guys all next week with something else. And like I said, subscribe to Mantis99s. He's a real cool guy. And I hope you enjoyed the review. See you next time, guys.